Hey everybody, my name's Dakota Jones. We're out here on Lake Athens. We had a great day again. I mean, it's some great fall fishing out here at Athens right now. But I had a little something different we're going to talk about today. I introduced, or at least I posted a new article to the Dakota Jones Fishing website Friday. It was about Florida strain versus northern strain largemouth, and this was a question that was posed to me over Facebook. One of my followers, anyway, commented on a article that I had released back in July, something like that, and asked for, hey, you should do something on Florida strain versus northern strain largemouth. So I started looking into it. And, I fish out here at Athens and Lake Fork quite a bit, and you've got a lot of both, and kind of a mix of the two. And in this article that we had, I interviewed Richard Ott, and all y'all know it's the Freshwater Fishery Center is located here at Lake Athens. Richard Ott's involved with that, and we put some of his insight into that article, and it was great, informative material. But a few of the things that I realized, there's a lot of talk out there that may not be factual or may not be able to be proved as correct as far as Florida versus northern strain largemouth, and there's not a whole lot known, or not a whole lot that you can really prove on Florida versus northern strain. The genealogy is very complex, and it's hard to tell between the two. But we do know we've got both in this lake, and I know guys fishing for them have got their own ideas about them and own little nuances. So that's kind of what I wanted to propose was, the kind of things that you pick up while you're fishing that set the two apart. So a common one, a lot of the times anyway, is that Florida strains kind of get turned off whenever a cold front blows through, whenever there's a weather change. And for me personally, I kind of like it whenever the weather changes. I feel like the Florida strains, or at least a Florida gene anyway, it turns off the smaller fish, or the more active fish anyway, and the bigger ones come out to bite. That's one thing that I see. Another thing is color. Believe it or not, I really believe that Florida strain fish, or at least Florida gene, any kind of hybrid, I think they like blue and purple. That's just something that I see out here in my common fishing. The other thing is I think they eat bigger forage. Most of the lakes I fish have a lot of grass in them, and that's really where you find a lot of Floridas, is buried up inside a cover. They're an ambush predator fish. They're not going to chase down bait as often as, say, as northern strain. So they kind of bury up in that grass or whatever cover is available. Say if it's forked, they're buried up in a brush pile or something, and they're going to eat something whenever it comes by. A lot of times that's a big bluegill, or on fork it's a barfish. Out here at Athens, I almost target bigger fish exclusively with bluegill type baits, just because I know they're bigger fish, they're ambush fish, and they're going to be in one spot, and they're eating bigger stuff than say the smaller northern strains. But that's a few of the things that I see. I'd really like to hear what you guys think. You guys that are always fishing for them, and there's stuff that you see on the water that you can't quite prove, but it may be helpful to somebody else. So feel free to comment on this. I'd love to hear what you guys are seeing.